Well, the day is here. This is your present for Christmas. Welcome to ATP Cycle and Recreational Vehicle Reviews. This is part of our expansion. This is where ATP is going to run wild this year. So for those of you who don't know who we are, new motorcycle riders that might be discovering this channel, this is our home. ATP Customs Limited, where we have been since July of 2015. 6 years, almost 7 years we've been here. And we build custom trucks, cars, you name it, anything we can customize. That's what we've been doing. But there's been something missing in our shop. A certain level of fun we haven't been having. And it's motorcycle related, power sports related. So I am launching a new channel, and we are going to be focusing on reviews on things like motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, any kind of two-wheeler bike, mountain bikes, watercraft, boats, Sea-Doos, you name it, because my friends and family have so much of that stuff laying around, like this thing here. We have two of these kicking around. We will be breaking that thing in this spring, along with the other one. And I have some friends lined up that want to help assist our channel get going. So you're going to get all of our sneaky backcountry road rides, the kind of roads that most people don't know about. You're going to get first-hand tours, actual planned out adventures, fuel stops, where you can eat, where you shouldn't eat, all that kind of stuff. But I think we should continue this indoors because it's really cold out. So let's go inside and talk about this some more. Welcome to my little paint room. This is where we're going to do this today, since it's so cold outside. And it's quiet in here. We have good lighting. There's a little work going on out in the shop right now, so we'll just do this in here. First, we're going to go over my history so that you guys can understand why does a guy like this, why does his opinion even matter when it comes to motorcycles and gear. So in 1997, I was driving down the road looking for a job, and I did not want a job unless it was fun. So I drove by a motorcycle shop called Daytona Motorsports in Surrey, and it was the largest motorcycle and wrecking yard dealership across Canada. They carried every brand possible. They owned 3 other dealerships, so if they didn't have the brand, they would just pull it out of one of their other dealerships. They had over 1,000 motorcycles there, and every morning you had to push somewhere between 100 to 300 bikes in and out in the morning and at night to close the shop out. So I started sweeping floors and emptying trash cans, and that quickly turned into wrecking motorcycles out in the scrapyard because I had a lot of automotive history. And then I worked my way up to assembling brand new motorcycles out of the crates. I learned a lot about all of the gear because they had more gear than any shop ever I have seen in history. So you were constantly labeling it, merchandising it, all that kind of stuff. So I started learning about gear, started learning about helmets, and then I got an offer to become parts and service manager at an Arctic Cat and Husaberg dealership, and they worked on all makes and models. They were the kind of dealership that if you worked for them, they would sponsor you and get you out there riding. They would provide you with your own ATV, snowmobile every single year, dirt bikes, you name it. I got to have so much fun at that dealership. They sent me to Montana to test ride 230 snowmobiles before they were released to the public. Arctic Cat would bring not only all of their new models, but all of their competition's new models and all of their gear. You'd get to try it out and give them reviews. Had lots of fun there. The sponsorship gig there was just awesome. I got to experience so much, it's insane. And then I ended up being parts and service manager at the #1 Suzuki dealer at the time in BC. And I ended up running the race program for that dealership. So I was involved with Suzuki and their contingency program. We sponsored 28 racers of all kinds, from little guys on their little dirt bikes up to road racers. We sponsored Al Schmidt. He's actually one of the big road racers. I don't know where he is at these days, but back then he was. So anyway, I had a lot of involvement in races. Spent every weekend at the racetrack. When the racers would come off the track, I would take their bike and clean it up, go over all the bike, make sure everything was okay while the racer's trying to recover. So I have history and experience from all over the motorcycle industry. I got to do stunt training with Gaston Morrison. I did West Coast drags on my Hayabusa. I've owned so many bikes I can't remember. And now I've been out of the game for about 6 years. Maybe a little longer, can't quite remember, but I haven't been doing a lot of riding in the last 6 years, period. That's kind of where it stops. I rode more than anybody I could ever imagine, and then all of a sudden stopped cold and took a break, started a business. That's where my life changed. Once I started a business, that was all of my life. But now we're going back to our roots here. So that's why my opinion may actually offer some advice to you, some of you viewers. And my friends that are going to play a role in this channel, I have some friends I'm bringing on board to assist in what I want to do so that you guys can get road tours and maps and all that kind of stuff, all the best trails, all those backcountry roads that are really tough to discover. I have acquaintances that ride ridiculous amount of kilometers. One of my friends put 23,000 kilometers on his KLR 650 just this past summer. He spends so much time in the mountains doing all the back trails. He knows more roads than anybody I could ever imagine. I have another friend who rides a brand new Harley and gets a new Harley every single year. He puts on around 60 to 80,000 kilometers every single year. He knows more backcountry paved roads than anybody around here, period. That's all he does. So those guys are going to do some filming for us. They are currently setting up their cameras, and one of them setting up his YouTube channel. Yes, John, I'm talking about you. And they're going to come along for the fun. I have both my brothers have bikes. This is actually one of my brother's bikes. And for example, both my brothers went out and bought KTMs. My oldest brother is a very experienced rider. He rode motocross, he raced motocross. He's a total wheelie freak. My other brother, we'll call him a beginner. He doesn't have a lot of history riding motorcycles like we did, but he can ride. He can get down the road just fine, no issues. So the difference was, the experienced brother went out and bought the KTM 450 6-day. My other brother, who has less experience, bought the 500 EXC. And my older brother with the 450 6-day, after paying $13,000 something for it, brought it home, and he was so disappointed that the bike was so gutless it wouldn't even wheelie, and he read so many reviews on that bike. He based his purchase on reviews on that bike. When he got it home, he was so disappointed he wanted to sell it immediately. And yes, I know you can do some mods to them, put a pipe on it, play with the fuel, instantly get another 11 horse out of it or whatever it is. But a brand spanking new 450 KTM that doesn't wheelie right out of the showroom, to me, people aren't giving the proper reviews, and that's why we're starting our channel. That is a load of crap. KTM, give me a break. A brand new 450 that's that gutless, and you have to spend money to wake it up. And then you have the 500 EXC, which I can wheelie this bike all day long. So I have not tried my brother's 450, and that's a perfect reason to do this. We'll have to get him to bring it up here one day, and we'll compare the two of them properly. Not one of those reviews where KTM or whoever is footing the bill, paying the guy to say the right things. No, you're getting real world reviews here. If the bike sucks or the product sucks, I'm going to let you guys know. I do not care. We're not getting paid by anybody, and I want the truth to come out about these products. So that's what we're going to do. Truthful reviews, and you're going to get reviews about proper maintenance. Do these things actually last? We have enough people in our circle that we can get the information to you guys. So first, what we're going to do is I'm going to pop up a few videos just of features on some gear, because I have to launch 3 videos to make my channel visible to you guys so you can find it, so I can post it on my other channel. So we'll just do a couple of videos separately on an OGO flight vest, on some Icon gloves, and that should get us launched. And then we will start getting into bikes and snowmobiles. I have quite a few friends with snowmobiles. We'll get them down here. But this is it. This is the start of a whole new season. 2022 is going to be fun. I hope you guys stick around. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button, please. I'm not one of those guys that pressures you all the time to do that. But if you could, it would help.